I first felt it in the kitchen, the sharp, hollow ache that comes when something you trusted begins to crumble. I was scrolling through my phone, absently checking emails, when I saw her texting me from the other room. It was short, almost casual, but it hit me like a punch. "Don't worry, I'll take care of it. He'll never know." I froze. My hand hovered over my coffee mug, my mind refusing to process what I just read. "Take care of it?" I whispered to myself, my voice shaking, my stomach twisted, a mix of fear and disbelief. My wife, the woman I had promised to spend my life with, my partner in everything, had sent that to someone else. Someone I didn't know. At first, I questioned myself. Maybe I was reading it wrong. Maybe it wasn't what I thought. Maybe I'd imagined the hidden meanings between the words. She had always been careful with her phone, always smiling at me like nothing was wrong, always the same warm, familiar touch. But that text, it was a seed planted, small and silent, that refused to let me breathe. The signs started to appear, subtle at first. Missed calls from numbers I didn't recognize. Her sudden defensiveness when I asked a simple question about her day. The way she laughed too quickly or too loudly when I walked in on her staring at her phone. I tried to brush it off. I told myself I was overthinking. But deep down, a gnawing suspicion had taken root. I remember the night I found the first real proof. She had left her laptop open while she went to take a shower. Curiosity and a sense of impending doom drove me closer. And there it was, an email chain, messages that she thought were hidden, words that betrayed every quiet moment we'd shared. She wasn't just keeping secrets. She was building another life behind mine. My heart pounded so hard, I thought it would shatter my ribs. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw the laptop against the wall. But I didn't. I sat there frozen, staring at every message like they were daggers aimed straight at me. The guilt, the warmth, the life we had built together, it all felt like a lie. For days, I became a ghost in my own home. I watched her move around me, smiling and talking, asking questions about my day, never knowing, or maybe choosing not to know, that I had discovered everything. Every kiss, every whispered, "I love you," every plan for future. They were poisoned by her betrayal. I couldn't touch her without feeling the weight of what she had done. I couldn't speak without tasting anger and sorrow on my tongue. I confronted her one evening, trying to stay calm, to be rational, to understand. She looked at me, startled at first, then guilty, then almost relieved. "I didn't mean for you to find out this way," she said softly, her voice trembling. I made a mistake. It wasn't supposed to go this far." Her words were like fire and ice at once. I wanted to scream, to cry, to throw everything at her and watch it all burn. But I also wanted to understand. I wanted to hear the truth in a way that didn't hurt so much it would make me forget myself. "Why?" I asked. Simple, raw, one word, and yet it carried all the weight of my heartbreak. She looked down, ashamed. I felt invisible. "I thought you weren't listening." "Not really. I wanted to feel wanted, alive. I never meant to hurt you this way." The explanation didn't heal me. It didn't erase the sleepless nights, the suspicion, the moments of memory that now cut like knives. I remembered our anniversary, the quiet dinner home, the way she smiled at me as if everything was perfect. Now I saw it differently. Every touch tainted, every word laced with deception. I walked away that night, not screaming, not with rage, but quietly, with the slow, painful strength of someone who realizes that love, once broken, cannot be forced back together. She begged me to stay. I didn't. I couldn't. I had to reclaim myself, piece by piece, from the wreckage of what had once been my life. In the weeks after, I learned to breathe again, to live in a space without her shadow, without the weight of betrayal pressing on my chest. I remembered who I was outside of the lies she had created, and I began to forgive myself for trusting so deeply. Sometimes I catch her glance across a room, and there's a flicker of recognition, a silent apology, but I no longer look back. I have learned that self-respect isn't about punishment or revenge. It's about quiet strength, about reclaiming your own life, even when the love you thought eternal has turned into a stranger. I still ache sometimes, of course. Memories don't die just because you walk away. But I've learned something priceless. Trust is sacred, and when it's broken, the only thing left is to honor yourself, even in the absence of the one who betrayed you. And in that honoring, I found the faintest glimmer of freedom.